I'm not trying to be funny. Love Island ends tomorrow. You going home today doesn't, it's not changing much, but 24 hours. Okay? Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is doing okay and everybody is doing well. As always, another day, another Love Island review. Guys, this is literally our second to last review. And I know Sundays are usually our, not me going on my Monzo, but I know that our Sundays are usually our days for us to go on live. But I figured because tomorrow is the finale already, which is actually insane. 5 weeks has gone by so quickly. But anyway, because the finale is tomorrow, I just figured, yeah, it just makes sense for us to go live tomorrow. Plus, you guys know when we're on live on more, we gist, we talk. The 1 hour we say we're going to do turns into 2 hours unprovoked. Okay? So yeah, we're definitely going to be on live tomorrow for tonight's review. But as I usually and always say, guys, number one, if you haven't yet subscribed, be sure to subscribe and join the family. You've been here for 5 weeks and you haven't subscribed, but you tune in every night. That's not adding up, okay? And also be sure to follow me on my Instagram and also on my Twitter at SarahDestinyX. And number three, please get cozy and comfy with your lovely drink. I've got a green juice because why not? And let's get into today's review. So let's start off with the morning. We'll get into a few things that took place before the main gist and bulk of today's episode really came into full force. So we're going to start off with Georgia Haight saying that she isn't feeling really good and that it's not nice waking up alone. One interesting statement to make, given you're the reason that the guy decided not to sleep next to you the night before. I don't know, but we're going to get into that because, guys, I was actually so shocked to see that Anton had apologized. Not because it was bad, because clearly it's good for you to apologize in order for things to move forward, but she didn't apologize and she was also in the wrong. I feel like it should have been a 50-50 blame, but that's just me. We'll get into it shortly. We'll move on to... oh, I guess it's her. My bad. So yeah, Anton and Georgia H, they were talking about their argument and she was comparing them to Molly and Tom. Like, oh my gosh, what Molly and Tom bicker? Like, it's normal to bicker. I just feel like you're really sensitive. And he was like, yeah, I just feel like I don't take rejection well, because you guys know they ended up having the argument because of when they kissed and she called him a loud kisser and all of that. So even that argument was still a bit confusing to this day. But yeah, Anton did end up apologizing and then G went to go and hug him. Well, not me calling her G like she's my mate. But anyway, G went over to go and hug him. Once again, I was surprised that he apologized, and I do feel like, yes, it is good. It shows growth, but she should have also taken some of the blame and responsibility as well. Now, moving on to Arabella, she said that her night was a wrestling match with Adam, whatever that means. I do not know. But she did say that she does love the fact that Adam is very playful, but also very serious at the same time, and that's who she needed. It has been a very short time. You guys know Anton literally arrived 24 hours ago. Okay, not Anton, sorry, Adam. Adam literally arrived 24 hours ago. But also at the same time, I'm happy that Arabella has finally found someone, because I feel like she has had a very, you know, interesting journey in the villa, to say the least, with different people as well. I need to slow down because someone commented on my video the other day that I talk really fast. I'm sorry, I don't know why. But yeah, I am happy that she has found someone. You guys did know that initially we weren't really sure how Adam was serious when it comes to Arabella, and is it only because she was the only person in the villa who was technically free? But he does seem to, I guess, really like her, and she also seems to really like him as well. So we wish them the best. Okay, moving on to anything else. I don't think there's anything else from the morning that I really want to flag up. It was kind of the same conversations going back and forth. So let's move on to, of course, the boys speaking about how happy they are, and they are also going to be with their partners, meeting their family and their friends. Because, guys, the truth of the matter is, I genuinely respect people who get into relationships with people that their family and friends don't like. I really respect you. Only because, don't get me wrong, I don't feel like everyone's opinion is necessary. But for example, for me, my mom, if my mom doesn't like you, it's long. Like, it's actually going to be so long, because anytime you come around, they're just going to sigh and roll their eyes. So yeah, it speaks volumes for your family and friends to like your partner. But of course, the girls are also speaking about how happy they are about their journey as well in the villa, and they're really excited to start life on the outside. I won't lie, I was cringing a bit just because I don't know how I feel about hearing people confess their love. I don't know what it is, guys, honestly. Like, sometimes I wonder, how am I going to be on my wedding day? Because I might laugh when I say my vows. Okay, I might have to laugh because it just sounds so serious. For what reason? Please. Okay, now, of course, whilst they were talking, they ended up seeing that the ex-islanders, literally every single islander who has been dumped since the season actually started, came in looking like Avengers. Okay, they were serious face, strict. Like, even me, I was thinking, you people aren't even smiling. They had yellow love hearts, which clearly had information on it, which we're going to get into very shortly. And I went like, the only thing I could think of was, number one, when Jake came on the screen, I said, Jake? I even forgot that one was even part of this season. But Kaz as well, chef's kiss. Kaz was looking, oh, healthy. Guys, Kaz was looking real good, okay? But of course, they ended up getting a text that it's time to gather around the fire pit because the fate of their journey is in the ex-islanders' hands, who have decided who will be dumped. I guess I actually am quite happy that the producers done that. I feel like it was kind of a little twist because I remember many of us were thinking, how is this season going to end? You know, how are they going to round up and rally up the votes? They haven't asked the public for their input. So how is that piece going to work? So yeah, very interesting twist. And it also lets us know that Jake was the first person to leave, wasn't he? He's literally been in South Africa catching a tan for 4 weeks. I'll do the same. Okay, cool. So let's get into the votes and also for their reasoning. Number one, we're going to start off with Mitch. Guys, one thing about Mitch is dedicated to being messy. And you know what? I have to rate him for his consistency. Okay? I actually have to rate him for his consistency. But Mitch ended up dumping Georgia H and Anton. And he said that he was dumping them for being one-sided, and over time, he feels that they are both game players and they're actually not going to work on the outside. Next was Demi. Demi said that she doesn't feel like the couple have a connection and other couples are more deserving to be there. And she decided to dump Arabella and Adam, which I'm not surprised. I felt like Georgia H and Anton would have gotten the most votes anyway. Arabella and Adam, I expected them to get votes. I didn't. Okay, let's continue before we get to what we're going to say. All right, cool. So Chris ended up saying that he's not doubting this couple's connection, but he does feel like they aren't strong enough for the outside world. And he also ended up dumping Georgia H and Anton. Kaz said that she thinks that they are lovely people, but finds herself questioning their connection as the strongest. And she also voted for Georgia H and Anton. Clink, clink. Lewis said that he thinks this couple is one-sided and there's a potential connection in the villa with another person. Tom now ended up he ended up dumping Molly and Tom, by the way. Tom now ended up asking, what makes you think that? And then Molly was like, yeah, like we barely even speak in the villa. And Lewis was like, oh, it's just what I see on TV. And I'll be honest with you, don't get me wrong. I know, you know, it sounds really cute, the fairy tale story. Oh my gosh, Molly and Callum getting back together. Oh my gosh, it sounds so lovely. It must be so annoying. They're literally exes that are trying to get on with their lives. That's like someone constantly tying you down to your ex because they feel like the connection there is stronger, even though you are actively trying to show them I'm over this entire situation. So it makes me wonder, is it down to the producers' clips? Like even sometimes when Molly and Tom were even doing the massage today, the camera randomly panned to Callum and Callum looked like, it made it seem like Callum was looking at them while she was massaging his back, but maybe he was looking at something else. So it does make me wonder the producer's part in this storyline and the public's perception. I'm getting really deep into this for no reason, but the public's perception of Molly and Callum getting back together, because it must be very annoying. Now, Liberty ended up dumping Arabella and Adam. She was not happy, by the way, and said that, you know, it takes longer for them to overcome problems. And Arabella instantly snaps back like, oh my gosh, like, why would you say that? And Liberty said, honestly, I'm glad that you have your happy ending. And what I'm telling you right now doesn't take away from your experience. One thing I do have to love is Liberty, she was standing on business today. Liberty was standing on business, guys. Literally, like, I read, you know, when like HR or just the manager speaks to you, just like to kind of shut down everything you're saying. Liberty, Arabella was like, why do you think? She just said, babe, it's nothing bad. But babe, like I said, it doesn't take away from your experience. Babe, I'm happy that you found your person and I hope it works on the outside. Full stop. Okay. She said, I'm saying what I said. Okay, because I said what I said. Now, of course, Tyler's reason for dumping this couple was because he feels that other couples are better suited and more compatible, and he voted for Georgia H and Anton, which I do have to agree. Hannah said that, you know, it's really hard because this girl is her friend in here and she hopes that it works out, but she does feel like they may not have as strong as connection as other people in the villa, and she voted for Adam and Arabella. And that's when the camera panned to Arabella. And Arabella's like, oh, that's just so whack. Like, everyone's just giving what? It's not fair. Oh, yeah, this and that. Oh, yeah, I just feel like we've been in here. People are judging what we've gone through based on the time. It's unfair that my journey's going to... And my whole reasoning behind this was, I'm not trying to be funny. Love Island ends tomorrow. You going home today it's not changing much, but 24 hours. Okay, because you guys were never going to win anyway, just because Adam was so new in the villa, so that's fine. But this whole, it might just be a shame that I'm going to get dumped. There's 24 hours left, babe. All right. Yeah. Jake said that he wasn't sure if this couple will work on the outside, and he ended up voting for Georgia S and Tybes. Joanna said that she wasn't sure if they would work on the outside, but she does feel like basically, Joanna said what a lot of the other people were saying when they ended up dumping Adam and Arabella, that they don't feel like it's going to work on the outside. Casey ended up dumping Georgia H and Anton. Guys, there's no surprise there. Guys, there's no surprise. There's no surprise. I knew Casey, he's probably still thinking about the situation with his granddad. I promise you, I already knew Casey was dumping Georgia H and Anton. He didn't even need to turn his heart around. That's the honest truth. That's actually the honest truth. Eve, oh gosh, it was so cute seeing Eve and just have their little interaction. Like they literally make the exact same face. I know they are, you know, identical twins, but I actually do really like them. But she said that she doesn't feel like she said that maybe that there are some doubts when it comes to distance, but she doesn't know if they will work well on the outside. And Arabella and Adam were dumped by her. And then Joe, and before Joe even came, Joe gave one speech. Joe was just like, oh, firstly, I just want to start off by saying, I feel like I was dumped by my friends in this villa. I feel like it was unfair that my time in the Love Island journey was cut short. I feel like... Guys, when he was talking, I was like, babe, this speech is actually not about you. This is not the reunion. Let's keep it. He was just like, I feel like, you know, I was betrayed here, you know, by my friends. And it wasn't okay. It's okay, man. Relax. But of course, he ended up, I'm so unserious, but he ended up dumping Arabella and Adam. He said that he doesn't feel like this couple was strong and that, no, what did he say again? Oh yeah, he is happy that she met someone, but she doesn't feel like the couple is as strong together. Now, of course, that did mean that Arabella and Adam were dumped, aka Mr. and Mrs. Flex. Okay. And there were a lot of tears, of course, a lot of shedding of tears, a lot of hugs and everything. You know, a lot of the girls are saying that they feel like Arabella is the big sister in the villa and that her presence is going to be missed and everything. But at the end of the day, what I said still stands. Love Island ends tomorrow. You guys will see each other very soon. And I think even, was it Georgia H that was like, we need to go on double dates. Adam can come to the club too. Just thinking, you guys are actually just too unserious. So yeah, of course, they now ended up meeting Maya Drama looking white, or looking literally dressed in white. She looks absolutely stunning, as always. And she said that she felt like it was, first and foremost, it wasn't an Arabella and Adam interview. It was an Arabella v Adam, because Arabella was literally speaking and yapping away. But she was saying that she does feel like, you know, it was a savage dumping and that a lot of the reasons were actually cop-outs and that there were very strange excuses based on timings and also the fact that Adam hadn't been in the villa for too long. Even Adam now chimed in as well, and he was like, to be honest, I feel like another couple should have been dumped. And, you know, Maya was like, okay, who? And he was just like, yeah, Anton and G. Like, if we're going to be honest, we actually do have a stronger connection than what they do have. And guys, that's not a lie. I genuinely feel like Anton and Georgia H should have been dumped. Like, obviously they only missed the dumping by one vote, because obviously it was only one vote difference between them and Adam and Arabella. But Adam and Arabella, even in a shorter time, have a much more, and look like they have a much more stronger connection than Anton and Georgia H. So I was I definitely agree with them. The truth of the matter is just that. Anything else I want to flag up? No, Arabella did say that, you know, she does really like the fact she's with someone very funny. And then Maya Jam said, funny gets funny. I'm sorry. That is absolutely hilarious. Okay, that is absolutely hilarious. Now let's move on back into the villa. By this time it's night time, and you know they're having conversations before getting ready for, you know, the final brunch, or not brunch, sorry, final dinner, and clink clink with their wine glasses. Georgia H and Anton said that they're very happy to be. No, they said that they would be very happy if they even ended up leaving because they had each other. Love that for them, but everything that I think a lot of us have been saying over the past couple of weeks is that they're not going to last. Moving on to Georgia and Molly. Georgia was saying that she's happy that, you know, finally me and Toby didn't have any heat. I don't necessarily think it's that they didn't have any heat. I think the truth is there were couples that were more annoying than you guys. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like Georgia H and Anton, Arabella and Adam, like other people had to leave before it even got to your section. Do you get what I mean? Callum, Josh and Tom were having a conversation, and guys, I was laughing because generally, you guys already know how I feel. I really do want Josh and Sophie to win, because Josh for me is genuinely the realest in that villa. They were having a conversation and Josh pretty much said, to be honest, I feel like the wrong couple went home. And then Tom randomly came out, oh, well, actually, you know, I had a heart-to-heart with Anton and da-da-da. What he said still stands. Generally speaking, I do think that Georgia H and Anton should have went home, and he said what he needed to say. I feel like the other guys, they agree with Josh, but when push comes to shove, they don't like to publicly agree with him. It's always in private, but Josh stands on business. We know that for a fact. Of course, everyone else in the villa were having a conversation as well, and a lot of them actually did think that Georgia H and Anton should have been dumped over Arabella and Adam, and even Sophie said that she doesn't think that they would last on the outside. So generally, the public and also those in the villa and also the ex-islanders can clearly see what a lot of us have been seeing, which is why I feel like they should have been dumped over Adam and Arabella. Anything else? Oh yeah, Toby, Anton, and the two G's was sitting around the fire pit, and they were speaking about their journey. And Anton, sorry, and Georgia H was speaking about, you know, they're really getting to know each other, and it is a journey, and it is a this, and it is a that. And I'm not disputing that it is a journey, but like, she doesn't. Even when you look at them, she doesn't even look like she likes that guy. It's so weird, like how they've just managed to just. I don't know, but we do know Anton and Georgia H aren't winning anyway, but I do definitely feel like Adam and Arabella should have been there in place of them. Now, moving on to Georgia H and Josh now having a conversation. So she was like, you know, she wanted to firstly apologize because she doesn't feel like the situation is worth them losing their friendship over, because you guys know sis has been beefing. Okay, she's been beefing Josh in regards to him saying what everyone else has been thinking, but is too scared to say it to both her and also Anton. So, you know, she apologized, like, oh yeah, I just want to apologize, like, clearly, you know, you weren't in the wrong, you know, at the end of the day, there must be people who also feel this way about me and Anton, but we're just going to prove them wrong. And clearly, you know, it's not just you. I just want to apologize because you're my best mate in this villa. And Josh was like, yeah, like, honestly, it's true. And pretty much standing on business as he always does as well. So very interesting now that if someone was really your friend, would you need the responses from other people to confirm what they've told you as a friend? But, you know, she did decide to hash things out based on seeing the representation of what other people have been saying about them, and of course with the votes that she received with Anton. So very interesting take that they have over there. Of course, you guys know they ended up getting another text that all of them are in the Love Island All-Stars final. And I have already been telling you guys, okay, apart from that, sorry, before I get into what I'm going to say, they gave the public the opportunity and vote, and they still have. So if you haven't downloaded the app, do it. If you want to get a VPN, do it. But we have until, I think, tomorrow 8:45 to cast our first vote, and then tomorrow in the live finale we're going to have the opportunity to vote again. I won't lie, both my votes are, it's either going to Josh and Sophie, no, it is going to Josh and Sophie, or my second vote might go to Callum and Jess, or it will go to Josh and Sophie again, just because I feel like they've been the realest couple and the realest, did I say that right? Realist. I don't know what's wrong with me. Anyway, they've definitely been my fave couple in the villa. But let me know down below, guys, who do you guys actually think deserves to win this season of Love Island All-Stars? The winners are going to walk away with 50,000 Great British pounds. In this economy, that's a treat. So yeah, let me know down below who you guys are going to be voting for and who also you want to win. But yeah, guys, those are my thoughts on today's review. As always, if you haven't yet subscribed, be sure to subscribe and definitely, I'm pretty dramatic, but if you haven't yet subscribed, be sure to subscribe and definitely join the family. Tomorrow we will be going on live for the finale, so I think that's great. And also Love is Blind reviews kick off this Tuesday as well, so I'm going to record a couple videos tonight and then tomorrow, and then start posting it possibly from Tuesday. Yeah, I think Tuesday makes sense, and then I'll keep up with it every day from there. But yeah, that's enough of me yapping. Thank you guys for watching and also for your support. I cannot believe we've literally reached the final day technically, because today's episode is over, so we literally have one more review to go, and then this season is completely wrapped up. So yeah, let me know down below what you also thought. I love you guys so much. Thank you for your love and your support, and I shall see you tomorrow. Bye.